Alright guys, so we're back with Final Fantasy X HD Remastered for the PS4. I am your host of God, James, the whole effing show. This grinding I did off screen has been a nightmare. As you can see, I started to save up spirit levels because I didn't want to get extremely powerful because I'm already strong. As you can see how much money I've gotten, I've probably got about over 500,000 more. It probably took about 2.5 hours, 3 hours of grinding. I finally got Titus to learn his last overdrive, Blizzaga. Sometimes I think it says you have to use it 80 times, but I think that's an estimate because I use this overdrive so much that as you can see, I'm $500,000 richer. This is ridiculous. So literally, I finished Riku's spear. I'll show you. I finished Riku's spear grid. I'm nearly done with Wakka's. I finished Titus. He's already in orange part of the sphere grid. I used to teleport spear to get over here. We have Lulu, who's I'm going to use her sphere levels because they were useful. Because literally I thought, okay, you know, while I'm grinding, I'm making all this money, why not use another character? So, and I'm done with Yuna's, and Yuna's about to go into, well, she's in Titan, she's about to go in reverse to Titus's, so her physical strength can go up. Let's see, Orin, he's got 4 of them. He's literally done what he is. He's learned dark, he's learned his zombie attack. It's like, what do you do? So since I cannot get this ability in trust, there's going to be a time before I can get that one. So what I'm going to do with Orin is I'm going to use a friend sphere. Well, I can't use it yet because I don't have Kimari, but yeah. If I had Kimari, I swear to you I would have used him and I would have grinded him and probably finished a lot of his sphere grid. Well, I would have finished his sphere grid, which I think I did. Not to mention, I would have got him through a lot through Titus's, but let's tell you something real. I finished Riku's sphere grid and I almost never do it in the main story because I don't ever really use her. As you can see, she learned Bribe, which is a very good ability you're going to need. Later on, if you bribe certain enemies with a certain amount of money, they'll leave and they'll drop you a lot of items. All I would do is before you bribe an enemy, save it because you can't. It's a very big chance you may not get the items you're looking for. So always do that. There is, as you can see, I have 99 remedies. From these enemies on this high road, you are able to steal remedies from them. That's how much I was using Riku. I stole 99 remedies. So with this whole thing, I'm just gonna flee. On you next time. I don't even need to grind anymore. Like literally, I don't need any more grinding right now. I don't want to be overpowered, but it's like now I'm pretty much am now because I have to do all that grinding because I wanted to get Blizzaga.
I won't go so easy on you next time.
These enemies are slow. They are easy to overkill. And just to let you know, no, you do not have Kimari. So all my Kimari lovers, you will not have Kimari. So you can't grind him up on one of the best grind spots of the entire game. You can't use him.
I'll be right back.
So I'll keep fleeing. Like Titus can do an insane amount of damage right now. So I'm gonna save it here. You can do an insane amount of damage. Like right now, if this recording didn't go through, I swear to you, I would scream because I literally just did 3 hours of all this grinding and it would frustrate me to a point where I would literally go nuts. So this is the battle. And the 2 slowest, literally in agility, are the 2 slowest to show up. Ironic. But this party is always what'll start no matter who's in your front lines. So you can talk.
I'll only be pleased when you're gone to the far plane.
Imagine defense increases. Titus is always able to talk to him, so now he's gonna do max damage.
So, you too seek freedom from this painful life?
You talk too much, Seymour.
This is the battle with Seymour, and this is Seymour Mordecus. That little body he has is Seymour. This is what he would have done in the first battle. These multi spells that can cause an incredible amount of damage. So since the unit already had a turn, all I need to do is call in Riku. Just calling Riku to steal because I think she can steal Tetra Elementals from them. Yep, 3 of them. Really good to have. I'm not gonna start the onslaught yet because I really don't want to start it yet. Mordecus is something you can. You can hit Mordecus. It's really no problem. Auron can talk in this battle too. I think his magic defense increases.
Keenock was still my friend, Seymour. You will pay for his death.
Oh, strength increases. So Auron is a very good person to use in this battle. This is a good thing. Bam. You hit Mordecus. I'm gonna show you a cheap way of hitting him. He could kill Kimahri right here if he wanted to, because Kimahri literally could die. So the only other person to bring in is Lulu. I'm just gonna use fire here just to kill that thing. So you kill it, and then it use multi-absorption. So he would drain 4,000 away to revive itself. He only has 36,000, so that is, as you can see, that is a lot. Well, at this point again, for the way I could do damage, it's really not a lot of damage. Watch this. 8,000, like you're like literally. Oh, I'm gonna show you a cool little party trick you're gonna learn. Oh, he does have this ability break, but he can petrify you instantly. If that attack does hit you, if that attack hits you while you are stoned, it will break you. You will lose a character for the rest of the battle. Because when you get stoned, you can't get shattered, and you don't want that to happen ever. So I did buy some sauce. I forgot I really wouldn't eat these. Or you can call in Yuna. I'm going to show you a very cool, neat trick that Yuna is able to do. So watch this. So you know he calls Protect on herself. When she finished her Spirit Grid, she learned Dispel. So with Dispel, I can take that Protect off him. So now he doesn't have Protect anymore. That's what I was saying when you were fighting that Yeti on this Lake of Macalania. You could use Dispel to take off Protective Shell off of him. So now it's really time to get it. I don't have Titus's Overdrive, so what I'm gonna do is this. Well, since he doesn't slay it, I don't think it counts. So I'm gonna show you another thing that Yuna learned, and at the end of her Spirit Grid. Probably the most powerful one targeting spell there is in the game. Max damage, just like that. Now, Titus will overkill him. I don't really care for the overkill, but not now because I don't need it anymore. Because now that you've set everything, after this, you don't really even need to overkill enemies, even though you probably will.
We escaped with our skins intact, but Yuna lost something. I could already tell her faith was shaken. Yevon had betrayed her. I felt like I should do or say something, anything. But nothing came. I was just as lost as she was. And then...
So yes, you are in Macalania. Macalania and Bevelle are connected.
Well?
We're all clear. We will have to avoid Bevelle in the future. Yuna.
Said you wanted to be alone.
Of course.
So I would say save it here because Yeah, this gets crazy. So a very famous scene is about to happen, and I mean a very famous scene is about to happen. Here, this is pretty good cutscene. You don't really, nothing really going on here, like nothing at all. So go down straight down here. Pavel is to the left, and you can't get back into Pavel at all. If you talk to Kimari, he'll just tell you. He'll just point to where Yuna is. You actually get after you view this whole scene, you actually do get a trophy for it.
I always thought that this would be easier somehow. I thought that everyone would help me, with all my friends together beside me. I've been trying so hard.
Maybe you're trying too hard. They told me everything.
Everything? Well, so then, you know.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's just, you know, all those things I said. Like, let's go get Sin, or about Xanarkand. I didn't know what would happen to you, Yuna. I guess... I hope it didn't make you sad. Forgive me.
I wasn't sad. I was happy.
I really don't want to disturb this great cutscene, but it's really amazing. Because another great scene is about to come. CGI is amazing.
Yuna! Just don't do it.
The pilgrimage?
Yeah. That's right. Forget all about Sin. About being a summoner. Forget all of that. You know, live a normal life. Come on now, Yuna, what do you say?
Maybe I will. Wouldn't everyone be surprised?
Yeah. Except Riku. She'd be with you. Lulu and Waka wouldn't hold out long.
Kimari would say yes, too, I know. But Sir Orin...
I'll make him understand, Yuna. It's the least I can do for you.
No, I should tell him. He deserves it.
And here's that scene.
What'll
It's
I
coming.
do if I give up my pilgrimage?
Hey! Xanarkand! Let's go to Xanarkand! Not the one in Spira, the one I'm from.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we can all fly there. Everyone can go. Then, we'll have a big party at my place.
And then we could see Blitzball.
That's right.
Your Xanarkand Abes would play?
Yeah.
We could all watch you play, in the stadium all lit up at night. I'd cheer and cheer till I couldn't cheer anymore.
Yeah, right on.
Well, what about after the game?
We'd go out and have fun.
In the middle of the night?
No problem. Xanarkand never sleeps.
It sounds like New York.
Let's go to the sea. Before the sunrise. The city lights go out one by one. The stars fade. Then the horizon glows, almost like it's on fire. It's kinda rose-colored, right? First in the sea, then it spreads to the sky, then to the whole city. It gets brighter and brighter, till everything glows. It's really pretty. I know you'd like it.
I'd like to see it. Someday.
Well, you can, Yuna. We can both go.
I can't. I just can't. I can't go.
Alright guys, kinda sorry that happened. I guess the game didn't allow me to record that part. So I guess you got a little mystery to go see that underwater date scene.
I must.
You do get a trophy for it. It is beautiful, even on the PS2.
If I give up now, I could do anything I wanted to. And yet, even if I was with you, I could never forget.
I'll go with you.
What?
I'm your guardian. Unless I'm fired.
Stay with me. Until the end. Please.
Not until the end. Always.
Always then. Maybe you should head back to camp first.
Roger.
Wait. I'll go with you. Sir Orin? Waka? Lulu? Kamari? Riku? Everyone, we leave at dawn. And And I'm sorry for putting you through all this. And
Enough. You need your rest.
yes.
But it's probably best that I got all that money, because there's a part coming up very soon that I'm really gonna need all this money for. I actually forget how close you are to literally the ending parts of this game. So everybody walks off. If you did notice, you can walk back in here and grab a chest. You see that chest off and to the left over there. If you take a close look, not very hard to run here. That's a lucid ring that does help with. That's. What is this? Is this the proof? I think this is a. It's not a proof. I think this is a ward. Yep, silence ward, confuse ward. That means it'll only protect you half of the time from those status effects. So you keep going with this, you just keep powering up. As you notice, during that time, I really did run out of a lot of power and speed spheres. I did a lot of grinding, so oh man, you have no idea how excruciating it is. So the first time I do get a chance to use his ability, his overdrive, I will show that to you. I'm gonna have to start moving Riku just backwards through her sphere grid, because I don't have any other return spheres or anything of that sort. So since Arn is here, what I'm going to do for him is friend sphere him where Kimari is, so he can start to get some more agility, so he can be faster. And he can learn the ability haste, because he does need it. Alright, so that is everybody. So let's get out of here and let's move on. Now we move on to the Calmlands. This is still a spot where you cannot play Blitzball yet, if I'm not mistaken, because it will be grayed out like it was the last few times. Yep, still grayed out. So you do want to save it here. Like I said, you just went through a crazy thing. That was it. So you just continue on and move on into the Calmlands.
The Calmlands. Long ago, the High Summoners fought Sin here. The road ends here. Beyond, there are no towns, no villages, only endless plains.
Many summoners stray from their path and lose their way here.
Nope, there are no bosses in this area, so you can just kind of do some stuff. I am going to show off a few other different things that go on, because this is a main spot of the post game. See, the weird thing about the post game is you can do the post game before you finish the actual main story.
Known where to go.
Fun fact, I do not have the last trophy for beating the final boss of this game.
I won't let you die. I'll find a way somehow.
Let's go.
I told Yuna. I guess I wanted to believe.
Nope, sorry if I skipped that. It was another one of Titus. Titus is having one of his moments. So since my main team is there, I'm just gonna keep them in battle. Like I say, there's Matron. If you want to talk to him, like I say, have a go at it. These enemies are frivolous. They don't give any AP at all anymore. So I really don't find the point in fighting. I really don't find the point in fighting these things half the time. But I do want to get Titus's overdrive. So when we do fight the next boss, I will do something about it. This is Blizzaga. I kind of find it useless to have to do this because look at that max damage to that thing. It's ridiculous she can do that much damage. And with her being this strong, all I can tell you now is you can find Belgamini again in this, or Belgamine. You can find her in this. Like as you can see, they don't give half as much money or half as much AP even if you overkill them. She's in this valley down here, and if you're strong as my Yuna is right now, your Aeons are going to wreck whatever she comes with. I just don't feel like wasting a good blitz ace on his first blitz ace on some weak enemies like this. So bear with me. There is a boss coming up, but it's not in this area. It's directly after this area. Like I told you, it doesn't even matter about overkilling anymore because I don't really need the AP anymore. I really don't even need the money right now because like I've shown you many times, money is no object in this game. And on that high road, you can make so much money. I always wonder why that thing always stops you, even though he literally almost runs you over like that. That's kind of cool. That's kind of crude.
It's over.
Those are some of the mechs that Riku can take apart. Side note, if you do use Riku for that in the last part we were in where I was doing all the grinding at, you cannot take those Machina apart just by stealing from them. They're too strong for that. The ones that have the cannons on their shoulders, they are really powerful. They are really resistant to magic, so you might start off noticing that Riku really doesn't need, she doesn't really need it. So with Riku really doesn't, she can steal from him, she can't take them apart. Yuna and Lulu will struggle because like I say, Yuna's magic is strong, much stronger than Lulu's. Lulu is more based on defense and special defense, so be careful with it. These bees can cause poison. I think they can cause sleep too, if I'm not mistaken.
Take that.
I'm still debating, should I really go into ultimate weapons, because I only really remember how to get a few of them. They're like really hard. So if you go right here, you'll see her. She is very missable. I missed her the first time I came through here.
You again. You're quite the notorious traitor these days.
What's it to you?
Oh, you shouldn't take what the Maesters say too seriously. For summoners, destroying sin is everything. We are no tools of Yevon. Understand?
Yes,
So, are you up to the task?
I do not know, but I will do my best.
You've got spirit.
So no
but
matter
you'll
what,
need
you
more
have to
beat
fight her.
Sin. An Aeon duel. Show me what you're made of.
So fight.
Excellent.
I'm
But
always ready
before
for a
we
good fight.
begin, I've just healed your Aeons for you. Let us begin. Choose your Aeon well, Summoner.
So, in this case, I'm just gonna go, look how strong Bahamut has gotten. You remember his MP was almost half of that. His HP is up a lot higher. He is a beast now. Because, like I say, the stronger unit gets, the stronger they get. But directly, when her HP increases, their HP increases a lot too, so... I'm just gonna be a jerk and use Faraga, because she's weak to fire, and yeah. As he did absolutely nothing. Her defense is ridiculous, isn't it? I'm just gonna boost here because I'm just gonna boost here because I'm literally gonna try to. I'm sorry, my timer was acting up on my phone, so now I got a little less than half an hour to go. So yeah, like I'm gonna keep boosting because I'm gonna try to get his overdrive just so I can one-shot her. Cause yeah, this battle she can't really hurt you, as you can see. And that's boosted damage, so you know you take more damage when you get boosted. So look at that. She cannot even hurt me. Like I told you, as long as unit is stronger, these enemies can't do a thing to your Aeons. None of them. Does it seem like this is gonna take a while? And he doesn't have any white magic. You can teach them white magic depending on what's going on. So I guess I'll just attack her here. So bam her. So she almost has an overdrive, but let's see who used their overdrive first. Look like it's me. Look how she lifts off the ground when he uses a Mega Flare. Dead. 24,000 damage with one shot. Just look at the power of this thing. He literally is a behemoth. He is a monster. I don't know what's.
That is enough.
I never knew what's so special about him, and why he gets to break damage limit on his own.
Impressive, remarkable talent. Traitor or no, you may have what it takes to beat Sin. Take this. You have earned it.
There, she gives you 30 power spheres and the Aeon Soul.
Thank you.
So what the Aeon Soul?
I think you will do just fine. But if you ever feel like you want, I will be waiting there.
So what the Aeon Soul allows you to do is it allows you to increase their ability, their attributes with the spears you have. I do not recommend this because you look to raise up a 1 point of strength. You need 10 of them. And I'm really telling you, you could literally just power up Yuna, and she literally will get all of this done, so I don't recommend it. That's the third time you'll see Belgamine. There is a third time you'll see her. There's a fourth time, I mean, you'll see her in this game. I can show you where she is.
Father Zook.
Long time no see. You are Yuna? You certainly don't look like Maester Kinok's murderer.
What you say?
See what they did?
Please, tell us what has happened.
Maester Micah just issued a personal order, you know. It said that you and your guardians murdered Maester Kinok and fled. We are to kill you on sight, or so it says.
What of Bevel?
Things are calm on the surface, but the depths are turbulent. After the death of Maester Kinok, Kelk Ronso left Yevon.
Convenient. Getting around will be easier with Yevon in disarray.
But be careful, my friends. You have been branded enemies of Yevon. You should avoid temples for the time being.
Thank you, Father Zook, for your warning.
Even though technically you can't go back to
You came all the
him.
way here just to tell us this?
To tell the truth, I was a little curious to see this summoner you are guarding. I hope her pilgrimage goes well. For your sake, too.
Thank you, Father.
I must be off. I shall pray for all of you.
So this is a good spot to buy items. They tend to, these get better as you go on when in terms of being able to buy better stuff. Like I say, I can still sell a lot of stuff because I don't need it. And again, you're really gonna need a lot of you're gonna need a lot of money for the next thing I'm going into. I'm just selling the stuff that I know that'll make me some decent money. Because when you start doing the grinding for any dark aeons, any side bosses, the equipment that you'll get is ridiculous. So you'll always have money. And you just make all this money. Literally, you just make all that money. I don't even need to buy any items or anything. So what you can do is save it here, because now we're gonna have to run all the way across to another side part of this game. It looks like I'm not gonna be able to do that in this video, but I'm gonna do it in the next one. That we are gonna do that side part that we have to do, because we still do have a boss going on. So once you run out of there, you see the arrows pointing you to the top right. But before you want to go all the way over there, you want to go straight across until you get to a little hook that goes off to like a little pathway that leads off. These enemies, not very hard. Like I told you, none of these things are really hard at all. These cores, watch out for, because when it's low, it will cause an attack called Blaster that will reduce your MP, and I think it only reduces your HP to 1. It can be pretty annoying, but it, like it says, no, it's a pushover if you get the right strength. There is let's see, pushover. There, I know, if you play Final Fantasy 15, that one, they are literally so strong in that game. So strong in the fact the first part of the game you can run into one, I ran from it. I had no choice because it was killing all my people. I just thought it was funny. Then when I got strong enough, I went hunting them. That's how much unit can do. So this is what Blaster does. Oh, it turns you to stone. So I'm completely wrong on what that does. I'm completely wrong. I honestly forgot what Blaster did because I haven't seen it in such a long time. It's been a long time since I played the main story of this game, because literally the last year all I really did was spend a lot of time grinding for the Dark Aeons, and I beat the Dark Aeons. I beat every one of them. It took an incredible amount Like I told you, I wish I had recorded those. I knew I could record those. I would have just uploaded the videos to see how it was done. I can tell you where they are, but to fight them is like, man, I still don't know if I could do that for a second time. And even those, as strong as Titus is, it's still shield, and he still cannot kill it in one shot. The unit still cannot overkill it because they're resistant to magic. Auron can overkill it because he can pierce right through it. So I remember at some points I used to have those. So you want to go in here because this dude is this is the monster arena. So what you want to do is here is, excuse me, what you have is there's an actual separate equip, something you can't customize with weapons. It's called capture. So what you want to do here, he's a big, you don't really have to read all of this, but it literally, if you capture everything in the Comlands, he will give you units. A box will appear, and when the box appears, it will give you a box will appear, but you won't be able to open it. You can't open it because you need it's a celestial mirror for its ultimate weapon. It's unit's ultimate weapon, so don't worry about it. I probably won't do them at all. I've captured some monsters, so literally get these weapons. You will need them. I equipped some of them and I didn't want to equip them, so whatever you do, don't equip these items because you don't really need them. The units had like the same item on her from the start of the game, which is always normal. So once I want to do that on Titus's, I want to put on his taming sword. Nope, again, I want to put piercing on it because he's gonna need that weapon. So for Waka, I want to take his, keep his scout on. But yes, you do want to do that. I will show you how to beat the monster arena monsters on my other file, on the power up. So on my powered up file, to show you exactly how to go through them. Some are hard, some are pretty tricky. I'll go in order and how to kill them. I have everything unlocked. The only one I have not beaten was Nemesis. I still have not beaten Nemesis, and I still have not beaten Penance, the super boss. Now, now Penance, I may actually record beating. Whenever I do decide to go fight him again, I will actually try to fight him. You do have enemies like this. You have more Chimera Brains, just about the same thing. Forgot, Titus does want to take off his he does want to take his brotherhood off to fight these guys, because it will do half damage to them. Because they half water and fire damage. So let Yuna overkill them if she has to. So like I said, just keep going, ambushed again. These enemies can be a problem. A lot of these enemies can be a problem if you get ambushed, because look at the damage they can cause to you. So I am just gonna flee because I don't really, like I told you, I don't need the AP anyway. So I am just gonna flee, but I don't need to heal up unless I go and get into another battle, which I don't think I will. There is a save sphere right through here. Now, the moment you step across that bridge, you will have a boss fight. So It isn't that bad of a boss fight, but it can be. It hits pretty hard, and if physically defensive people are the best to go in this battle.
Halt! Summons from Lord Seymour. Come with us.
We have nothing to discuss with Maester Seymour.
Yeah, so out of our way.
Lord Seymour's commands must be obeyed. You will come.
I warn you. The Maester doesn't need you alive.
Yes, it is a giant mech you have to fight. This is like one of those boss fights that it really just kind of is there for AP, I guess. It really doesn't do much. I'm probably not gonna bring my other characters in. Defender X, made of stone. I did learn this thing called Quick Hit. They've nerfed it in the HD remaster, so I wouldn't worry about it too much, but it is very powerful. It literally, you can hit an enemy really quickly and have a quick recovery time. First thing you want to do is get Arn in here and armor break it. You can now power break this thing because of how strong, because it is made of stone, so you couldn't just lower its physical attack. And you see, like I say, Blast Punch always does exactly half of your HP. You don't, like I say, you really don't need to use at all. You really don't need to use cheer at all anymore. Because as you can see, that's like a thing of the past now. Now they can just assault this thing like crazy. Like I said, it always does exactly half of your whatever current HP is. It cannot miss, and he hits pretty hard. So he hits like that. I can just keep slashing it. I'm waiting for Arn starting to come up so I can switch the unit back in. Oh, actually, no, I need Arn to use Mental Break on this thing. What Mental Break will do is it will lower his it will lower what he does. You see I have 52 mega pulses. I got those while grinding. So yeah. You can do Mental Break will lower their resistance to magic. As you can see, we're already more than halfway done with this fight already. I honestly never knew this thing could use Sloga, so really I never knew it could do that. So beautifully I could just switch Yuna in because he got a turn, and remember, Yuna does know Hastiga now, so all she has to do is to counteract that, just calls Hastiga. I've honestly, in the years I've played this, I've never seen that thing use that on me, ever. So just think about that. In that time frame of 20 years, I have never seen that being done. So what you want to do now is, you do not want to summon. I'm going to show you what Blizzaga looks like. So he only has 4,000. Watch this. Yes, as you saw, some of these hits can be critical. He does 8 strikes of it, and this is what I meant. Now I got Louis throwing my ball up. I missed it, so he misses his kick. That gets really fast, and it's really hard, and I still overkilled it. He does kick the ball at it, and I'll try it again later on once I do get it back up. That is really hard to do sometimes because it gets really fast. So what you want to do instead of going across the bridge is go down.
This isn't the way in?
That way leads down into the valley.
Wow, you know your way around, yeah? Huh?
So you want to keep it moving along. You want to go down into this valley. because there's a special part down here you need to get to. So what you want to do is you want to run back here before you do go, because you're actually going to go to the left to continue what you want to do. Not a blitzball player, I don't remember. There is a blitzball player down here. I don't really need to fight none of these enemies, so I will eventually tell you what they are. And if you notice, Yuna is faster than Titus at this current moment. So what you want to do is, that guy there is a blitzball player. You want to go here and grab this rusted sword. This rusty sword, you will want to grab that because that is Titus. That is used for Arn's celestial weapon, his ultimate weapon. This is Duran. I don't really know much about him. I think he's a goalie. I don't need him because, you know, we picked up Miu so long ago. We picked up Miu so long ago, we don't really need him. He sees 400 Miu's not very expensive either. So now you see I got all this money, and now, so this is a perfect time to end this video because I only have a bit of recording time left. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, generally I'm gonna save it here, and when we get into the next part, I'm going to show you why I needed all this money, because it's pretty ridiculous of why I needed all of it. You can't play blitzball now. I will actually, I might start the next video off playing blitzball before I continue, so I can show you exactly how this how strong you can get. So I'm gonna save it here, and I'm just gonna let you know, like I say, I appreciate all you guys watching. Those that do, I appreciate all the support. This is James, this whole effing show, signing off, and we'll be back for another video soon.